Qapla, warriors of the Empire. Hello everybody, Future Tirak here. Unfortunately, past Tirak didn't have such great time consciousness on the last episode, so we ended up having to split it into two parts. I don't want to extend the time out too far, and I don't want to spoil anything for what's about to come, because it's pretty darn epic, but I'm doing the intro here now. So, Future Tirak signing off, and I'll send you right back to the old guy. Definitely a different playstyle. Before we were always sort of focused on getting the main ship. Now it's definitely more of a supporting operation going on here. We are supported by the Lyrans, the Impaler, the Lightning Claw, and the Blood Guard. And on the other side we have the Pestilence, the Pouncer, and the Razor Claw. I'm kind of disappointed the Lightning Claw, the Razor Claw aren't in the same squadron. Against the light cruiser, frigate, light cruiser, frigate, frigate. So 2 light cruisers and a frigate, 2 frigates and a light cruiser over here. And I'm expecting waves of fighters, which is sort of what is making me shiver a bit in my boots. Speeding up, we're going to put out a point of ECM here, and we're going to reinforce all shields because that hellbore is going to hit all sides. One of these ships, at least, is going to have fusion beams, and they're going to want to get in close, and probably one of these ships is armed with hellbores, and they're not going to want to get so close. So he's got the hellbores. I'm coming out around here a little bit because I want to hit this guy. I think PGV is probably a carrier version. I think it does track with what we see in real life, where V in most vessel designations will tell you that it is a carrier. We are going to get in nice and close here so that we can unload with everything we got. Fired everything, and our point defense systems are on target. Managed to hit with a couple of blasts there. Our shields are no longer intact at the front, but I think we took some major energy damage. I'm starting to think that D7s have particularly vulnerable warp cores. Because whenever we fought these guys in Season 1, well, one overrun and they would suddenly lose a ton of their power, and we're finding here that one overrun and we lose a ton of power. Now, one of the great things about having the Lyrans around with us here is they are fantastic for anti-fighter work. Because the expanding sphere generators. They just rip apart drones and fighters. So every time the fighters cross the barriers of the ESGs, they're going to take some pretty serious hits. Fighters can't take too many serious hits before they start falling to pieces. Now, one thing I didn't do, and I should have done, and I'm a little disappointed in myself, is I didn't prepare another scatter pack. That's very important here. We're probably going to lose the Quake. Not too much of a surprise, quite frankly. It's a small ship. It's a very vulnerable ship. Yeah, and there goes the Quake. Kicking out a pair of missiles. He does pick them both up. Not super happy about that. But this guy seems to have placed himself in the center of some pretty roughness. Devil Slayer still flying around with us. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to order... Yeah, there's my target. The more close-range shots he can get with those fusion cannons, the more effective he'll be. Fusion cannons are the kings of close range. The only thing that beats them, quite frankly, is plasma, but I think fusion cannons are better on an efficiency standpoint. Devil Slayer is slowing down, it seems. We're going to get in here with another phaser pass. H-SAR. Not quite sure, but you do know that he has quite a bit of fusion stocked up. He's putting his phaser Gs into the fray. We're turning away so we can get our collar phasers on him. Dealing some damage. The Hatchet is a problem, quite frankly. Oh, crap. Our one shield has collapsed. We gotta disengage from this. Our warp core is still pretty heavily damaged. Try to stabilize it as best as we can, but I would like to get my disruptors back on target and hopefully start dealing some penetrating damage. Not hitting too many of those shots, though. Not particularly effective. I don't know if the Orion Pirates Mod added in a couple of more complex systems. For example, in the rulebook, it remarks about a couple of pieces of equipment that served to increase the accuracy of disruptors at long range, and it just sort of tosses that out as an aside. Oh, and this was a thing. And all the ships in Starfleet Command 2 have them. I don't know if that'll be the case in Orion Pirates Plus mod. They may have decided, no, you have to have a certain date of ship to get that. Come on, give me a turn. Give me a turn. And on target. Put some shots in through. Dealt a little bit of damage there. We're going to see if we can't pull up here, get the collar involved. Another disruptor burst. And good shots in there. Still got to work on patching these engines. I don't know why I gave him opening to that side, but we do need to stay behind him. Oh, crap. Okay, I was expecting just a massive fusion cannon barrage, but it didn't happen. Putting a missile into him, or at least trying, it didn't work. Gotta come around again, gotta get these disruptors in on this game. Come on, sooner the better. There we go. Whew. Got a defender ship. Who's left? Killer bees, a bunch of killer bees, so that's going to make that kind of difficult mode to use. Engines are fully repaired, that's good. Gonna get to work on our damaged phaser 2s. The collar is proving to be a pretty useful hardpoint for us. We are able to maintain a speed of 15, actually, with everything at full power and generating a point of ECM. Hatchet, I think, is the main threat here, though. He's still at pretty much full health. Get in there with our disruptors. Wasn't able to punch through, and we've lost another attacker ship. This is proving to be a very costly battle for us. I am hoping, though, that you're going to have problems with dealing with the scatter pack. Hopefully you don't dump a Wild Weasel. That would suck. Nope, you're just pulling ahead to get away, because you have the speed advantage to do so. I'm not sure if we have enough ships anymore. Gunning 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy ships, and we have 2 or 3. We're not doing so great. Firing some shots in through. Okay, good news. Having our escort does give us additional command links. Unfortunately, he was able to pick them all off. He was able to pick off every single shot. You son of a jar. So we're going to flow back into the battle here. We're going to help out. Is the battle axe a carrier? KN. It's a knight class. I don't know much about GNV. He's the carrier. Ugh. We're just getting mauled out here. Long range fire coming in from PGV. You're probably a carrier too, aren't you? There's just... they outnumber us so badly out here. They came into this fight with superior ships. Okay, slamming into him. Dealing some damage. Dropped his speed off pretty precariously. Or precipitously. And firing through the open slots. Hopefully we can hit him with that missile and that'll end him. I'd like to save my collar phasers to go after the GNV to our port side here. Good. Okay. Pulling off to port. PGV... GNV, that's the one we want. He is pretty heavily crippled. Scatter pack is ready. Firing our disruptors, adding in a couple of missiles on this. He crossed into the expanding sphere. And lay into him with the collar. That was good. We want you next. We're going to pull ahead of you so we can lay into you with the collar there too. And that's another one down. The Dependable is definitely ready to rock, it would seem. We are down to 2 enemy vessels and the 3 shipyards. Ow! Hatchet just arcing in there gracefully and blasting into us, hitting our vulnerable warp coils. We've lost our shuttle bay, which is a problem. Yeah, I really think that D7 cruisers apparently have a real problem with weakened warp coils. Just every single shot he has sent our way has just been crushing on us in terms of power management. Now it may just be that we have a problem with not having a lot of armor, but I don't think that's quite it. I think we've got actually a weakness to taking fire, which is not great, as you might imagine. Oh crap, we've only got one point of... repair parts anymore. Hatchet can just really kind of rip into this fight, can he? Okay, what are we going to do? We've got enough energy to buff this shield pretty well. And I'm going to use the last point of energy to repair the engines. We need those engines repaired. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Alright, I'm going to ask you to call any power on that. We're just not gaining anything for it. He's got enough ECM power. He's at full health, full power, full speed. We are not. Okay, we've lost that side shield. Pulling around. Oh, please get through missile. Yes! He dropped his shield to dump a mine on us, and it hurt him. Please tell me that'll be the end of Hatchet. Hatchet taking quite a bit of a pounding. Able to get through, hitting with our disruptors. Have we turned it? I don't think we have, but one can hope. He is flying away pretty fast. In order to engage him, we have to expose our, well, open forward, which is not great. We're going to try and keep him running. Check over here. PGV is still at pretty full capability. So 2 PGV light cruisers are proving to be the bane of our existence, quite frankly. Shuttle bay is ready. He's turning back in. Dump the shuttle. Multiple internal hits. Ah, wrong side to disengage on. We only have one collar fader available. Popped! Holy hell! That is an insane number of tractor beams he's able to put out. He's got 5 missiles held in that. And he wild weaseled. Dumping a Marines. That's 3 Marines. That's enough to take you. Ow. I gotta get away from you. You are devastating, sir. Transporter? Transporter is not ready. I don't have any transporters available. And we are going to pull away from you, and we're going to go after the PGV over here, who is still maintaining a high speed. Actually, we're going to keep watching you. You're dangerous as all hell. We got to keep away from you until our Marines finish their boarding action. ZFRD is okay. So the Stardocs. Those are Marak Stardocs too. That's not great, because Maraks love their missiles. So he's pulling away. We've got him, I think. Is he going to pull away entirely? Is he just going to sprint on out of here? Are they both sprinting out of here? Who's left? Who do we have left in the Allied fleet? A single ship. Okay, so we've managed to capture the Hatchet. How are you in terms of Marines? Nobody. So we're taking you. And we're hoping that we can slowly, steadily repair our warp engine. We are out of spare parts. Let's speed up time a bit. See if you can't get in here. Save the Pestilence, who is doing a speed of 8. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. Formation? Yeah, everybody's in formation. So, shooting at long range. Who do you have on board? Is it seriously nobody? Because if it's seriously nobody, I'm taking you. And we will have 2 ships. Set to all weapons. We're going to punch a hole in, and we're going to, well, blast you with Marines. That didn't work. Marines over. That's 4 people on board. You're ours. Captured it immediately. Great work. Okay, we have 4 ships. You're all to match my target. And we're going to slow down here. Whew. Now that was a fight. So are you guys going to get realigned with me? Yeah, here they come. So we're taking pretty much half their battle cruiser squadron. or light cruiser squadron with us in order to do this. I should have been thinking capture from the moment we started. We have 5 transporters. That's a big deal. If we get a ship down to 4 Marines left on board, we have them. Sure, it'll take a while, but I mean, it probably would have saved us quite a bit of grief, quite a bit of pain, and quite a few ships lost. So here comes the incoming fire. Where is our E4? He can only maintain a speed of 12. So he can't really keep up with us. Not great. Here comes the incoming missiles. Our phasers are set to defend us as best as they can. And we have the Hatchet here alongside us, who is maintaining speed with us. So, excellent show. And our phaser 2s were able to take it, but we don't have a lot of forward-firing phasers. We have 1 forward-firing phaser for this. So we got to pull off and take it on this side, so that we can take it with these 2 phasers here. Not great when you stop to think about it. We're really kind of aching. Okay, there we go. That had me worried. Will the forward phasers be recycled in time? I hope so. Yeah, they'll be recycled in time. So, target select. Disruptors to full power. And all reinforcement to forward shields. Firing at maximum range. We actually probably aren't punching through at all. We probably are dealing about 0 damage. And we got a turn to take it on the side again, because we just don't have the don't have enough point defense systems in order to handle that. So 1-2, that's taken care of, and in on this what is going to prove to be a very long mission. But it was a pretty nice fight. I do, at the end of the day, prefer to have a nice complex fight like that rather than a total stomp. So they've got B-type missiles and some light work. So that's that. Firing into them, we will know his shield strength when we hit range 10, and he is buffing one up hugely at the expense of everything else. He's fired his phasers into us, which I suppose is fine, as long as we don't take a ton of damage here. Is the E4 is trying to catch up. I don't know if we have enough damage to overpower this. We don't. That's not good. We literally don't have enough. Attacker ship destroyed. So the Lyran ship just died. Not wonderful. And to poke through on that. He's got 12 controlling troops there. Oh boy. How are you, Hatchet? Hatchet is great. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to command from the Hatchet. Hatchet, how is your ECM? ECM 2-0. Turn to face the ZFRD. Do we have shuttles or anything? No, we don't. Repair parts. We will patch up the engines. So Hatchet is armed with decent spread. Okay. So let's speed up and get in there. No heavy weapons, but every weapon can fire forward. So I'm kind of hoping the Sword of Moak doesn't get itself killed while I do this, but I can't think of any other solution to our problem here. It's just so beat up, you know? It doesn't have a whole lot of firepower to play with anymore. So we punch through on one side. Sword of Moak is going in there. Punch through on another side. And we're going to try and crunch through on another side. Okay, so we have 3 down now. So pretty good there. Taking what little fire you can put out on us here. And now we've got to wait for things to rearm. Where is all our power going? Do we seriously require that much power just for the phasers? Wow. E4 has finally got in here. Sword of Moak has tractor beam something, I think? It's not entirely clear to me. We only have a 66% chance of successfully doing any kind of maneuvers. So slowly turning to get back on. All weapons selected, plodding along at such a slow speed. Come on, getting closer. Get close enough in order to use the Gatling phasers. They're the real powers in this arsenal. That's kind of sad when you think about it. How much firepower we had to send this thing's way. Whew. Seriously, just firing at this thing is painful. Because it takes so long to do anything. And because Sword of Milk is in such bad condition, I don't just want to speed up things. Because I kind of want to keep a handle on things if everything starts going to hell. And handbasket. Turning away. He does have a shield, but we knocked it right down. And we're going to have to take out 2 more Star Dogs like this. Oh god. That's all going to have to be at real time. Because there ain't no way, as far as I'm concerned, that we can really do this in super fast fashion. We will probably die a horrible death if we try. There's the Doomslayer, was it? Yeah, Devil Slayer. Lots of Slayers in the Klingon fleet. Trying to keep us all covered with his point defense systems, which is great. A lot of really good point defense systems on. He's got 4 of them mounted onto a single hard point, so that's pretty nice. Oh no. Don't get killed. We need the dependable. Getting in there with our heavy weapon, or with our phasers. Okay, he's almost dead. How much crew do you got left? 2. We are going to... Oh, that's actually a good idea. No, our transporters are down. But Sword of Mo still has transporters. So Sword of Mo. Beam in all the things. I wanted to get more than that, but okay. So, we don't need to repair engines. We're at full engines, and we didn't get the part. Or maybe it's out of it. That could be an issue too. Wow, we have 4 phasers left and 2 disruptors on this thing. Ugh, not in great shape. Why are you putting so much power to the ECM generator? That's absurd. Hopefully this guy's out of missiles. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Defenses, reinforce the forward shield, and put all power to it. We're going to slow down. We're going to get in nice and close. Then we're going to start beaming stuff out of you. We really don't have a lot of spare power, do we? We should. We're only powering 2 disruptors. What the heck? What the heck, game? And I can't fire me down. In fact, turning opened up our shield. So, anybody else got a shot on anything? Okay, back to the Hatchet. Hi, Hatchet. We're back. We're here to play. Hatchet, how are you doing for ECM? You're putting 4 points into ECM for no reason. Get off this screen because it's so cluttered. I mean, it's not horrible. It does give you a lot of important information, but still a lot of information to sort through. And this mission now has gone 23 minutes. Remember that plan I said earlier on, how I kind of wanted to keep episodes to a limited time? Yeah, that's going out the window. But hey, it's important to win. And it's important to win in the proper manner. Back to the Sword of Mo. Unfortunately, we have passed into an area where we can't steal stuff because we have shields in front of us. Sword of Mo ripping through the battlefield at maximum speed, it would seem. And doesn't have enough firepower to punch through, well, anything. So we're going to cross on the other side. Ow. Come on, come on. This is dangerous because we are keeping a shield exposed, but Got the part. 2. My transporters are not ready. So, supplies. Aha! Oh, thank you. Wonderful, merciful, everything. So, we're going to keep on trying to beam things in. Transporter's not ready. Tell me when they are. Ah, this is great now. We're going to have enough parts to fix up the Sword of Mo. Are you out of spare parts? That sucks. So he's out of spare parts now. We have stolen everything we could from him. Which, granted, was a decent amount, I guess. Got one of our phasers back. We'll have... pretty much all of our forward-firing phasers will be back to ours. So that'll be good. One more Stardock after this to take on out. So this truly has been the most difficult mission of our campaign so far. Got into one heck of a knife fight, really kind of demonstrating that our ship is out of date. I don't want to call it junk, but wow. We were a heavy cruiser and we got bullied by everybody. Partly because of the fighters. I mean, if we didn't have our super carrier escorts, which they're fantastic anti-fighter weapons, and an entire fleet of Lyrans with even better anti-fighter weapons, I don't think we would have won that one. It really is something that's going to have to factor into any decision I make at this point, because before, fighters weren't a big deal. I mean, you might see them on occasion and there were carrier vessels, but with the Hydrans, every ship is a carrier vessel at this point. So, not great. Any more spare parts? Are there? Really? Did I steal something, or no? No, it just lowered the shield for the sake of lowering the shield. Thank you for your thought. Look at just how much damage we've taken. I mean, we were gutted. Absolutely gutted. The only reason we got out is because of our superior transporters, and that is something I'm going to have to keep very much in mind. The fact that our transporters, frankly, are so great is something that will probably win us battles in the future. We're going to have to emphasize Marines and capturing things. Especially the handle fighters. Because if those fighters are allowed to run rampant, well, we're in trouble. We'll be in a lot of trouble. Last Stardock. Y'all ready for this? Reinforce that forward shield. Everything you've got. And frankly, we do have a lot of power to shove into it. Didn't hit with nothing. Really? That's super disappointing. We have 4 Marines, which we can beam over to steal, if the worst happens. But I don't think we're even going to try that. So we will come in as our, 4-ship big squadron now, and take out this last FRD in what is proving to be the longest, most difficult battle I think we fought since... Yeah, this is the longest battle fought since the siege of the massive base station. I am truly going to try and keep times a little bit more reasonable, down to about 20 minutes to a half hour if I can. But every so often you run into a situation like this where you get an extra long episode. And I'm lazy and I don't feel like editing, so I don't feel like reducing the times down into things. Plus, I like my intro. It ain't much one, but it's fine. So we're going to pull out to the side. We're going to put points into the port side shield reinforcement. And we're going to try and spread out his fire. To do that, I'm going to order you all to maintain your own formation. Spread out, get as many positions as you can, make it so that he has no options. Yep, if you want to be strong against one of us, you're going to be weak against another one of us. And we will take advantage of that every single time. So we've got a hole in him now. Hopefully we get paid well for this. Hopefully they will give us lots of prestige for capturing a whole bunch of stuff. Because really, if you think about it, we only lost 1 ship. It was the Lyrans who lost everything else. Coming around. Still waiting for things to recharge. We have managed to take out 2 of his point defense systems. Ow, please tell me we didn't lose that. Please tell me we didn't lose that. Okay, it's only shocked. Oh. You are just nasty. We managed to hit his transporters and stun him a bit. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, no, oh no. Oh crap, that will kill us. This will kill us. Holy God. You evil. Ugh. Can you guys, like, actually get in here and kick some butt? Are the Hydrants betraying me even after I take their ships over? My God. Give me the hatchet. What are you doing? I hate this. I hate Hydrants so much. Even when I capture their ships, they manage to screw me over a bit. 5 points into ECM? What the heck are you thinking? There's no reason to try and maintain that. Just put it all into forward shield reinforcement. Defend yourself and then lay into him. Sword of Mo, can you go away? More on the outside. Okay, I'm dragging you back into formation, everybody. Because some of you have decided to just screw off. Everybody, match this target. You're trying to kill it. Work on it. Ugh. I wish I had at least one more phaser that had been available to stop that. Do you realize how expensive the repair bill on Sword of Moog is going to be? It's going to be astronomical. So, closing into close range, they've managed to do some damage on that side. And we've done some damage on our side. And we've taken out the shuttle bay, so that's not going to be a problem anymore. I think we're in a position to annihilate now. Finally. I'm still really worried about the Sword of Moog, but I think we've managed to deal enough damage. So let's end this far too long mission. I think this episode is going to get close to an hour. Ugh. This shipyard assault was only supposed to take 10 minutes. There we go. The shipyard is no more. That was a nightmare scenario. Not really, but, you know. Wow, 950 prestige for that. Back to dock, patch, shipyard. What can we buy for this? Actually, supply. If I were to sell you, I'd get another 89, which would be enough to buy us something that costs 1,000. Is it? No, it costs 900. D7C, that's a commando transport. That's out of our budget. I want another E4 if you've got it. You don't. What's a G4B? Police flagship? No. Too weak for what we need it for. A G2 is a police gunboat? No. We really need that point defense system. F5DB is a drone cruiser. D5 is a light cruiser. Hey, the first of the... Yeah, 68. That's the first of the D5 light cruisers that have just come out. Well, anyway, we've been on this episode for far too long. I do apologize. If you'd like that, what you've been seeing, though, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode.